Strikey Scorpion 82 is sponsored by Warhammer Combat Cards, now updated to include all 40k factions, including Imperial Knights, Chaos Knights and the Leagues of Votan. Warhammer Combat Cards is bigger and better than ever before. Inspired by the original Citadel Combat Cards, masterminded by the veteran Games Workshop designer Jervis Johnson, Warhammer Combat Cards is a digital card game featuring your favourite miniatures from the 40k universe. Build your very own collection of combat cards and assemble a deck that brings the full might of your chosen warlord to bear. Clash with rivals, join events and battle your friends across the galaxy in fearsome tactical turn-based combat. Warhammer Combat Cards is free to download and play on Apple and Android smartphones. Use the link in the video description below and begin your path to epic glory and victory. Thanks and enjoy the game. Right, welcome to this 2000 points game. It's the Thousand Sons. This is their first outing here for 10th edition. They've been at the back of the queue here, but gradually working their way through all the factions, and it's great to see the Thousand Sons back in action on the channel. So a very highly experimental game, this one, against Space Marine Alliance of the Red Scorpions, with some help from the Imperial Fists. So we'll go straight into a Kingslayer battle here. So Thousand Sons will seek to protect their champion, which will be the winged Doom Prince across here, and the Red Scorpions with Captain Darktrophies. His head is available for the taking as well, just to add a bit of extra tension here for this opening game with the Thousand Sons. So in no particular order, and this is a bit below 2,000 points, almost there. There's some extra fingers to paint, I think, and different combinations to go for. But we are running a Doom Prince here with wings. So it's the old Necro Sphinx from Warhammer the Old World. If it's not available yet, we may well see a return with this model here. It's in plastic. It's been exceptionally hard to get a hold of in the past. But now that Warhammer the Old World is making its return, I would expect that we'll see this model back in action again and available. So I think he's brilliant with the Egyptian Star. It fits in really nicely here with the Thousand Sons. Going to run him then as a Doom Prince with wings for this game. They're running one Exalted Sorcerer down here with the nickname of Chicken Wing, and then Rubik Marines. I must give them more devious and scary names, but anyway, Chicken Wing is known as. 10 Rubik Marines here, just uniting together as a squad of 10. Then for Zangors, I've gone for just experimenting, a squad of 10, a squad of 20 working together. 3 squads of Chaos Spawn, again using Age of Sigmar models here. Osiric Bone Reapers, I think they're called, so 3 squads of 2 of those. Again, going for sort of Bones, Ancient Egypt kind of feel with them. So that's the kind of stand-in models that I'm using. They're very, very easy to paint up. Then Cultists, 2 squads of 10. Then very expensive units, the Scarab Occult Terminators, a squad of 10 of those, 2 Hellfire Missile Racks, 2 Soul Reaper Cannons in that squad. Then the Mauler Fiends, the triple Mauler Fiend combination is back, so 1, 2, 3 of those, taking the Mauler Fiend Fists and the Lasher Tendrils being taken as well. So I'm going to run this model here. I'm taking this Exalted Sorcerer, because the base is the same size, but I'm going to run him as a Terminator, a Sorcerer in Terminator armor, so that he can join this squad. I have the model, I'm yet to paint it up, but I want to put him in just to have a representative model here, just so that we can run that combination here with the Terminators. So the model's getting near the painting desk, it's not built yet, but I really want to run the combination. So same base size, this model here will just count as a Sorcerer in Terminator armor for the Thousand Suns. So that's the list here for them. So I do have points for enhancements here. I'm taking 3. So on to the Terminator Sorcerer, it's Umbrellific Crystal being given to him. The Doom Prince is taking Arcane Vortex, and then Athenian Scrolls is being given to the Exalted Sorcerer, Chicken Wing, down here. So just experimenting again here, taking a variety of enhancements to see how useful they are here for this Thousand Suns force. Not sure what to expect for the Thousand Suns. It's great to see them back. It's the first game in 10th edition for them, so highly experimental. We'll see what kind of damage output they have and what works effectively on the board here as they take on the might of a combined Space Marines force. So that's the Thousand Suns force. Phoenix Swords and Autarchs have been allocated. So one Autarch has come across here to the Thousand Suns, and he's just joined us. It's Mike James. So I'm not sure what faction allegiances he has, so I've put him onto the Occult Terminators here, the squad leader for them. Do get in touch, Mike, if you can, and let us know what your faction allegiances are. But for now, in my ignorance, we're going to put you onto the Scarab Occult Terminators for this battle. So bodyguard duty for him. He'll protect Nate Miller, one of the Phoenix Lords, running here on the Terminator Sorcerer. JP something sneaky, so I put him over onto one of the units of the Bone Reapers or the Chaos Spawn. Then the triple Mauler Fiend, Longbow BB, BPP Wargaming, and Paint Lickers Paint Pot onto those. Gut B I've put onto the Warlord here, onto the Demon Prince with wings. And then we have Ben Shaw, who plays the Psychic Races, so put him on to the Rubik Marines. And finally we've got Amy Almo onto the Exalted Sorcerer. But great to see the Thousand Suns back. As to how well they do, we'll have to see here. We'll take a look now and see what the Space Marines have in their list. Alright, so 2,000 points of Red Scorpions, taking some Imperial Fist allies. We've done this before. I have a large batch of Red Scorpions, very exciting there with Siege Studios. It may well take a while for them to come through, but very much looking forward to seeing those new models on the board here to really push this Red Scorpions army towards completion. So exciting times for them. We've done it with the Imperial Fist, we've had a big surge with them, and I've switched over and Siege Studios doing a great job with the Red Scorpions as well. You can check out Siege Studios for in-painting commission work. They have painted up most of these units. The Aggressors here are painted by them. The Hellblasters are painted by Siege. The Inceptors as well. Brilliant job they've done with those. Those are painted up at bronze level with Siege Studios. And then I've got no characters with them here at the moment. Yeah, here goes a character. So with the Imperial Fist, Siege painted these. And that's at silver level, just to give you an idea. But you can get in touch with them for your own painting commission work with Siege Studios. So, as the main emphasis, though, going to be on the Red Scorpions here for this game. So Captain Diotrephes will lead those. So Gravis Captain, taking a regular lieutenant as well. Taking an Apothecary, also very thematic and fits the fluff here for the Red Scorpions, or where they operate on the battlefield. Then taking Aggressors, a squad of 6 of those, taking the Dakar option with them. Squad of 10 Intercessors. 5 Hellblasters. The final unit will be a squad of 10, and there's another 5 currently with Siege Studios being painted up. 2 squads of Inceptors, 2 squads of 3, and a Redemptor Dreadnought. Then to support the Red Scorpions, they're pushing up to 2k. A second Redemptor Dreadnought, both of these Dreadnoughts taking the Macroplasma Incinerator option. Eradicators for some real firepower support being taken as well. Squad of 6 of those. 2 multi-melters, the rest are equipped with melter rifles. A bit of speed support here as well with the Outriders. They've taken an ATV with a multi-melter being joined to that squad. The Chaplain will join them on bike, And then a second captain, like a sub-captain here in this game, or perhaps a captain in training, again, is in Gravis armor, and that means that he can go over to the Eradicator squad. So that's the list here for this combined Space Marine force. Mike Walker will take command. Going to run these this time around as a Gladius task force. So different detachment, different style, different options, different stratagems with this Space Marine detachment. Okay, so Phoenix Lords and Autarchs have been allocated. So all the Autarchs are going to cluster together here and fight as one. So there's 6 of them here, so I'm going to put them onto the Aggressor Squad. So that's Casper Kempf, Dylan Moore, Ben Harris, Midnight Miniatures, Sam Hermes, and Ite Miara. A lot of those are diehard Space Marine supporters, so they can fight with the Aggressor Squad, or in the Aggressor Squad. They're going to be an important bodyguard here to protect Captain Darktrace. This is a Kingslayer game, so he must be protected and kept alive. Lucas Brown, Phoenix Lord, placed on him. Mephisto, we'll try and keep him safe as well. He's going to be the Apothecary here in this game. Raycross onto the Redemptor Dreadnought. Then shifting across here, some of the Phoenix Lords have been allocated to the Imperial Fists. Andrew Swan onto the sub-captain here. Then the Vagabond Squad across there onto the Eradicators. Chris Comiskey, going to change things up for him. He's gone onto Redemptor Dreadnought here for this game. Perhaps I'm attempting to sabotage the Space Marines by putting him onto the Dreadnought. We'll see how he gets on, see what kind of dice rolls come out from that Dreadnought in this game. And then finally, Valhalla Field Marshal Robot, diehard Space Marine player. He's gone on to the Chaplain on the bike. So that's Phoenix Lords and Autarchs allocated, both sides ready to fight. A big thank you to everyone that supports us on YouTube channel membership. So those names I've called out, that's the top 2 tiers. Autarchs and Phoenix Lords get allocated to units for all of our battles, and you can follow units around. The most popular will be Aspect Warrior level, where you can tap in and gain access to all the bonus content that we create. So the channel really does run because of the support coming from channel members and Patreons. So big thank you to everyone that does that. It's really appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel and gain the different perks, the different levels, then do join us on channel membership. Hit the join button, or head over to the Patreon page. So lists are ready to go. Looking forward to this one. We'll see how these two sides cope with each other on the battlefield. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next for this 2,000 points game. So we have a scenario here. We have taken hold as the primary mission. Chilling Rain for the mission rules, no extra effects for this battle, and then Search and Destroy for the deployment zone. So fighting from one corner to the other. So we have 1,000 tons will be deploying across here. Their deployment zone marked by the orange dice. Then the green dice here for the Space Marines over in the other corner. There's 5 objectives on the board, one dead center, just here next to the Space Marine statue. There's a home objective each. One for the 1,000 tons just tucked in here. Mike's home objective quite out in the open across the other side in his deployment zone. And there's 2 more objectives in no man's land, one here, and then one across the other side, just there, at the foot of the containers. So we have played in this table a few times. It's heartbreaking breaking this one down. It's one of my favourites. I love the battle map for this one. I believe it's currently out of stock with GameMat.eu. I've asked them to see if they'll reprint it, so it may well come back. But I like this one. It's atmospheric. It's very suitable for games with Chaos Space Marines. It matches in nicely with the rusty terrain that we have on the board. But it'd be sad to break this one down, but we're going to play one more game on this table before it's taken down. So for terrain, a little bit different to usual. There's no line of sight blocking terrain around here. There's some across the other side, so that building over there, that cluster of containers, and also the warp portal. The rest of the players' sealed buildings and containers. There's some tank traps and so on dotted around the board as well. Then both of us are going to go for the random draw on secondaries. And then for the primary mission, taken hold, quite straightforward. As you're looking at turn 2 onwards, 5 victory points for each objective marker that you control on the board, up to a maximum of 15 points per turn. So fight for the objectives and try and control as many as possible. Deny them to the opponent and hold them yourself to rake the points in. That's the scenario. We'll now start alternating placing units on the board next. I also mentioned the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So battle mats from GameMat.eu. 6x4 inch size. This one just marked off the edge there with those pipes, just to give us 60 inches across the board. Check out GameMat.eu. They have a wide variety of battle mats, also double-sided mats as well for great value. Then also we are using pre-painted terrain from GameMat.eu and blending it in with the Games Workshop terrain. So it's the industrial terrain set. You get 4 of these buildings in that set. The large structure across the other side. Those containers over there as well. All part of the industrial terrain set available from them. Also using the Warp Portal, standalone piece across there. So you can check out GameMat.eu for your supplies of battle mats. Pre-painted terrain sets available from them as well. Link in the video description below. You'll also find a discount code for 11% off across the store. Okay, so deployment's done for both sides. Thousand Suns really flooding their deployment zone here. A lot of cheap chaff filling in all of the gaps amongst the other quality units. So everything they have is on the board. I was tempted to deep strike in with the Terminators, but I think their value... I need cardboard points on the table, I think, here early on in the game. And they'll be useful just to start the long march immediately on the table. So they've deployed quite centrally here with an eye on that objective over there. Regular Rubik Marines getting ready to move across in this direction. On their flank is a Mauler Fiend getting ready to scuttle around in this direction. Next to each Mauler Fiend, I'm running a couple of Spawn to run alongside them. Quite a good theme. So across here, 2 Mauler Fiends in the middle getting ready to go down this corridor. And to the right of each of those, again, is a squad of 2 Spawn. Then Zangors on the home objective, just in range of that. Cultists. Mike's lent me a unit of cultists from his Black Legion. My list was short of a unit of cultists in the list, but Mike's lent me the models, so I'm able to make up the full 2,000 points. The imprint sheltering across this is Kingslayer. It's got to be cunning and as wide as possible with him. 3rd unit of cultists and the big blob of Zangors here, the 20 strong squad over on the left hand side. So that's deployment done for the Thousand Suns. Everything they have is on the board. We'll see how that works out. I think they really are going to need to spread out quite quickly and take the middle ground here and spread themselves around the table if they're to stand a chance. And then around the other side of the table, Mike has most of his force on the board, but he does have some potent reserves. So some real heavy firepower on this left hand side. The 2 Dreadnoughts are stacked up, both on the left. In front of them is the Hellblaster squad, has been joined by a lieutenant. Aggressors sheltering here with their captain, Dioptrophes, getting ready to move out. It's Intercessor squad on the home objective, and they get sticky, don't they? So they can claim it and then move off. There's no real danger. Well, there is danger that I can deep strike in, actually, because the Demon Prince can remove himself from the board at the end of your turn and then deep strike in on my turn. So watch out for him. It's just letting Mike know about that one, just to always watch the back door. Such a painful lesson that I learned from the grand final. Imperial Fist help with the bikers. The chaplains obviously joined the Outriders. And then in reserve, the 2 Inceptor squads to deep strike in. Very, very useful. And then also the Eradicators have been joined by the Gravis captain. And they will flank onto the board to lend some firepower support where it's needed. And a bit of an ambush with those. So that's deployment done for both sides. Here we'll get ready to go on to the first turn. So I don't know about this one. Thousand Suns, some quality units, then surrounded by mindless, fanatical disciples flooding the table here. It's a big mess of stuff for the Imperial Fist to try and cut their way through with firepower, maybe close combat. So do you want to go first or second?
I want to go second this time.
Second, all right. We'll roll up here. I don't mind because I don't know what works and what doesn't. It's a 6. Thousand Suns, it's about time that I went first in the game because it's been it's about half a year since it's first. But Thousand Suns will take the first turn of the game. They're eager enough. We'll go on to turn 1 for them as they take the fight to the Imperial Fists and Red Scorpions. Turn 1, the Forces of Chaos next. All right, so turn 1 movement here for the Thousand Suns. They're pushing ahead boldly enough, spreading out in all different directions. So cards is, I had to dump 2 straight away because they're both cards that you can't use on turn 1. So Defend Stronghold and Storm Hostile Objective. Quite good cards, but they can't be used on turn 1. So instead we've got Investigate Signals and Deploy Teleport Homer. Deploy Teleport Homer we can do, just getting a unit within 6 inches, not wholly within it says, but within 6 inches of the centre of the board, which we can do. For victory points, and then the other one is Deploy Teleport Home. That's getting units into corners. I don't think I could do it. These I don't want to move into the corner. I want them on the objective because they can attempt to pick up extra carbal points. I rolled here a 4+ on these at the start of the command phase, or end of the command phase, and they failed. But I want them there each turn to try and get those carbal points coming through. The other unit's too far away. I think if you move and then run, they don't count as being eligible to perform the action in the corner. So we'll leave that one. Don't think any points are going to come through for Investigate Signals, but Deploy Teleport Hammers set up quite nicely here for the Thousand Suns. So moving out aggressively, as with the different editions of 40k, this has been the philosophy here for the Thousand Suns. The Triple Mauler Fiends moving out, galloping across the board to intimidate, pin back and disrupt whichever foe they face. So running around here with the Smaller Fiend. The other one maxed out roll of 6. He's galloped like a crazy fiend across the board, heading straight towards the bikes that are tucked around the corner of that building, followed by the second. Then followed by the 2 units of spawn. This unit advanced, the one in front and the one to the right moved up a regular move to get within 6 inches of the centre of the board so they can perform the action, freeing up the Terminators who made a 5-inch move, who've just tiptoed in range of the objective with the Terminator Sorcerer for that objective. Rubik Marines rolled a 1 for their advance, so they've plodded along here and not making too much progress. The other spawn unit running up behind the Mauler Fiend. Coulters have shifted up, holding here. A little bit of a shuffle going on just to watch my back door for Deep Strikers coming in. Same with these. And then on the left-hand side, Zangors almost reaching that objective, but not quite, just falling short. It was a good roll for their advance, but not quite far enough. And the Demon Prince moving up behind, hanging over here, hanging over this side of the board so he doesn't get shot up, and also nicely tucked out of line of sight, just trying to protect him, because he's open for being shot at. So I've got to be careful with that Demon Prince. He is an available target, so we'll watch out with him, because it is a Kingslayer game here. So that's movement done for the Thousand Suns. Looking comfortable enough here as they move out with confidence. Plenty of numbers for sure for them at this early stage. We'll go on to shooting phase next. It's hard to say that. Straight from movement to shooting. Where is the psychic phase for the Thousand Suns? But it's buried in their shooting, so we'll see how they get on here with the shooting phase going up next. All right, so shooting phase. There's nothing, literally nothing. We've got a Hellfire Missile Rack, range 36. We'll put it into the Dreadnought cross here. We'll just send a warning shot, telling the Space Marines to stay away. So we're looking at 3s. And I didn't declare... No, it's not a psychic weapon, it's okay. It's psychic weapons I've declared as devastating wounds, but it's not really relevant here at this stage. But this is normal shooting. These aren't psychic. The Hellfire Missile Racks. So those are 2 hits. The 6s don't really mean anything. Oh, yes, maybe they do. Because the Sorcerer says, whilst the unit, weapons equipped by models in that unit have lethal hits. Yeah, so double 6, double lethal. So it goes straight through in wounds. The saving throw is AP -2.
To -1 for cover.
Yeah, 3 damage. So just need a famous Mike's Snake Eyes would be a good way to start the game.
We know how this is going to
The
go.
Thousand Suns are back.
So,
1 makes it through. 3 damage -1.
Yep.
2 wounds caused. That's a proper warning shot. Yeah, good shooting. Well done, Terminators. Good way to start. The first dice rolls here for shooting. And it's a double 6, a double lethal coming through. This is a new generation of Thousand Suns Chaos Space Marines. Dropping down to 10 wounds left on the Red Scorpion's Dreadnought. That's it. Other firepower, it's all sort of range 24, range 18 with the psychic stuff. So it makes sense for the Thousand Suns to surge here to try and get themselves on objectives, but also get themselves in range of targets with their shooting and psychic abilities. So, wading forwards here with the Thousand Suns, no charges take place. Their turn comes to an end. They position themselves onto an objective here. By the way, I used my 5 cardboard points, save 3, which will last through till my next command phase. But used 5 to move again with his angles to flood onto that objective across there with them. So, that's the turn finished here for the Thousand Suns. We'll calculate and see if any points have come through. All right, so hold it right there. We're about to calculate points. So back to the shooting phase. We reckon there's something else. Just learning curve here. It's a practice game. So the Sorcerer in Terminator armor, his psychic ability is range 18. But I'm going to spend a CP to use Sorcerer's Might. It's cheap. In your shooting phase, Thousand Suns Psycho unit from your army. And if we make mistakes here, let us know in the comments section below. But it's a Psycho model. And so it's not been selected to shoot this phase. That's fine. To the end of the phase, add 9 inches to the range of psychic weapons. So range 18 goes to range 27. It does put us in range. I've been able to stretch out a little bit. We'll go after the same target, the Dreadnought. We do have devastating wounds, but this attack is devastating wounds anyway. So coruscating flames. So looking at 3 shots. Yeah. Well, here's another question. Just saying, whilst he's leading a unit, he grants weapons equipped to models in that unit have the lethal hits ability. Does that apply to psychic weapons? I think it does, because it says here ranged weapons.
Yeah.
All right, interesting. So 3s to hit, 6s are good. Well, this is weird. 2.
They are not good though.
Because they'll not go through as devastating. Yeah, so these will also wound. I now try and wound you with this one on a 6 for devastating.
No, they're not anti-vehicle.
Anti-vehicle 4+, yeah.
So you get the devastating enemy on a 4+.
On 4+, all right. Okay, this is weird. So what we've got, this dice rolling is very strange here. It's like this psychic stuff's built up for like a year since 9th edition. And it's all just pouring out like a psychic overload here. So what we have is 2 lethals going through.
Yeah.
I can deal with those first. So you're looking at AP -3. It's a bit of cover, -2. 2 4-ups, yeah. And for the Emperor blocked. Well done. Okay. And then this one's come through as devastating.
Yeah, which is your damage profile.
Straight to damage 2. Is that still knocked down?
Yeah.
It's not a mortal wound, is it? All right, so that's 1 wound.
Yeah, because it's not,
All right, 1 wound.
So down to 9.
Yeah, drop it down to 9. Oh, a zinchy number as well. It's kind of weird going against the Thousand Suns. All right, so that power's gone off. For a CP, don't know if it was worth it, but it was worth the experimentation, I suppose. Turn comes to an end. We'll give you the points now. Yeah, I reckon so. Mike's just checking the rules for the Dreadnought. It's -1 to the damage characteristic of that attack. So it came through as devastating, but there's nothing to say that it does not apply. So 1 wound coming through, dropping down to 9. Points, 3 points picked up for Deploy Teleport Homer. The other cards, Investigate Signals, we dumped, and so we can draw 2 fresh cards next turn. So 3 points to 0, Thousand Suns off the mark, surging across the board. We'll see how the Imperial Fists respond to this. We'll go on to their turn 1 coming up next. Alright, so moving here for the Space Marines on their first turn, taking the fight to the enemy for sure. Cleanse and Capture Enemy Outpost is the 2 secondaries that have been drawn. So Mike's not gone into any doctrine here, he's saving them because they want 1 use only. So Mike's not going to use any of them, but he has spent a CP to put 1 of the units into Assault Doctrine.
Devastator.
Devastator Doctrine.
Which is the Dreadnought.
This one?
The other one.
This one here.
Advanced.
So it's made an advanced move, but it will still be able to shoot with its weapons because Mike's paid a CP to let that unit count as being in the Devastator Doctrine. Gotcha. Okay, so both the Dreadnought switch, and they're not going down this direction. They've switched into the right-hand side to support the surge running through the corridor across here. So ranks of Red Scorpions pushing through the Valley of Death here towards the central objective. So the regular Marines, intercessors at the front with their Apothecary, and then behind them the aggressors, and then behind them the Hellblasters, then backed up by the 2 Dreadnoughts. So a real column advancing in this direction. Bikes almost feeling forced to react here. They've sprung out to go after the Mauler Fiend. Bear in mind, there's a heap of firepower to come down this direction. I think Mike wants to soften up targets before he charges in. If he needs to, depends how the firepower goes. These Morlefins could be brought down. And this section of the army, this is pretty much it across here, as Mike awaits the reinforcements to arrive. So we'll see how well they do. The ideal situation, I think, here for the Space Marines would be to bring down a couple of these Thousand Suns units. We'll see if it can be done. We'll go on to shooting phase next. We'll go after him. Yeah, overmoment's been placed onto this smaller fiend, so that gives us a signal of Mike's intent.
Yep.
He's got the guns. He really does have the firepower here. We had a 40k trivia question, didn't we? Double stacking on wounding?
Yes. We don't think you can, but we were just asking the question that my chaplain gives the +1 to the wound roll. And then there's the
Lance ability. From
a stratagem for honor the chapter. So it's in the 5 phase, and then every model unit gets the Lance ability. So it's also +1 to the wound roll.
Can you stack it? Can you do +2 to the wound roll? We don't think you can. Stacking it up +1/+1, but don't think you can. Let us know if you agree or disagree, and in fact that can be done, but we don't think you can do +2 to the wound rolls by stacking Lance plus the other ability from the chaplain. But let us know if that's correct, or if we're wrong, then do let us know in the comment section below. It's quite an important one here as Mike seeks to build up an attack against these two Morlefins. The idea, I think, is if he can crack through those, he's on to softer targets after that. So something else here for Thousand Suns, going by the wording. It says here for Weaver of Fates, 2 carbon points. Use this ritual at the start of any phase. So I think I have to use it now, before I even know that I need it. And then once during that phase, when a saving throw is failed for a friendly Thousand Suns model, who's within 18 inches of this psycho, you can reroll that saving throw. So I'll play that now in anticipation that we may well need to try and reroll a save. There's further evolution to this, just trying to get it right. So I actually have to pick each time you use a ritual, which is now at the start of the phase, select 1000 Suns Psyker model from your army, then apply the effects of that ritual to that Psyker. So it's not that I've got a reroll for a save anywhere across the board. It's an 18-inch bubble coming from a Psyker. So I've gone on to the model we're using as the Terminator Sorcerer here, and there's an 18-inch bubble from him. For a unit within range. Now that Morlefin over there is within range 18, so you can stretch to him. So I'm just trying to think of the best place, but then it's giving an indication that Thousand Suns operate better as a broad cluster to gain that kind of psychic protection. It's not too much, 3 roll save, but you know, could block something.
So I'm going to start with the aggressor squad first.
Okay.
3 shots each.
Okay, some Dakar. Okay, firepower coming in.
Yeah, so 3.
Yeah, it's over for a moment here as well. And Mike's kicked off with Sam Hermes, the first of the Patreons to be used. I'm sure the artist formerly known as Vij will be happy. Thousand Suns player. Finally back to using these again on the board.
Okay.
So you can get the hits. The problem is the...
it'll be 6s to wound.
6s to wound.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's a few.
Just a 3. Goes from -1 to 0.
I gain in cover. Yeah, I've got cover coming through. So 3 ups. Alright, wound comes through. I think I need to take it because there could be heavier caliber stuff coming through, so we'll leave it at that. One wound taken, drop it down to 11. 66 now with the frag storms.
Yeah.
Just pepper the target.
Yeah, so 10, 16, 18.
18 shots.
3. Reroll. And then 6s again.
Another 3.
4.
4.
4.
It's going to force the saves and the wounds will come through. Oof, not this time. It blocks those. Well. 1 wound taken. Right, Thousand Suns weathering the storm
Yeah.
Well enough.
And then the Hellblasters.
Right. Some higher caliber weaponry coming through.
Yep, so I'm going to do the supercharged, just for the damage. 3, 4, and 5. So, 3s, re-rolling. So these are...
Oh, you have a lieutenant with you,
Yeah.
so some nice tasty lethals.
Lethals. Take them out, and then 5s.
5s to wound.
No.
Nothing. All lethals useful. AP minus.
AC minus 3.
That's 2. 5 ups. Invuln or 5 ups save either way. Bit of trouble. Damage 2.
Yep.
Yeah, not bad. Ugh, I'm going to take 6 damage here. I've just got a bad feeling about the macro plasma incinerator from those dreadnoughts, so I'm going to, as painful as it is, take the damage. So I'm going to drop down to 5 wounds left, but that is painful. So the intent is to take the Hellblasters and turn them into a squad of 10 eventually. Now that's pretty, well, it's potent, isn't it? It's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
But 5-man squad's done well.
So this is the hazards.
Ah.
Yeah. So we don't want to see any skulls. We see 2.
2, ouch. Alright, it's come at a cost. 2 of
Do they
them
fire
slain.
again?
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Hellblasters. They're all 2 3s.
Okay, shoot again, potentially. I think the wording says that it can be done.
So 1 does.
Okay, you'll get 2 shots.
Yeah.
Like in Hellblasters. When it comes through, re-roll that miss.
I'm going to re-roll the button.
Ah, he's hunting.
This is me getting greedy.
Lethals.
Still 1.
Same result. 5s.
No.
No, alright, okay. Okay, decision made. Mike's gone on to the bikes next. So the multi-melter, all the small stuff is going to go into the front Mauler Fiend, and the multi-melter, Mike's going to try and take out the Mauler Fiend that's on 5 wounds left.
Yep. So we will go to
Blood Angels. Ryan. It's getting kind of serious.
Nope.
No, saving that for combat.
Yep.
Chris Comiskey. Nope. Chris Heim.
Yep.
The 2 Chris's, they're completely opposite to each other. We've got Sensible Chris Heim of his, Imperium, Space Marine Sisters of Battle, and then Chris Comiskey of the Erratic Orc Tyrannid Eldar dice. So you get the bizarre result.
Yeah.
And Chris Comiskey is somewhere strange today. Well, he's actually on your Imperial Fist Dreadnought.
Save the Comiskey dice for the... Yeah. Okay, so the multi-melter, 2 shots, hitting on 3s.
This is it.
So,
One hit, re-rollable. Missed. Okay, trying to wound.
on a 5.
5 plus to wound. Multi-melter's not what they used to be, and the wound
No.
does not come through.
Oh,
Okay.
oh well. 1,
Lots of dacking out
3,
from the bikes and chaplain.
5.
And the ATV, but a dacker available from that as well. Okay, combined firepower here. Chaplain and the bikers.
Yep, so 3s. Reroll. No.
No, because it's not the oath opponent target.
And then
6s.
6s.
1.
It's twin linked.
Alright, save 1.
You have not saved any. Devastating.
Oh, with the firepower, of course.
Catechism of fire. Yeah.
Okay. Another one. 2 wounds taken. Well done. Alright, drop me down to 10 on him. So some wounds trickling through.
Yeah.
Over there. Okay. All the things being targeted here. Imperial Fist's very clear orders to eradicate the highest threat, which is these Mauler Fiends bounding across the board.
You forced my hand into...
I think you got a little bit of dacker coming off the front of the ATV.
2, 3, 4, 5. I counted 10.
Got it. Fine.
5, yeah.
Okay.
So...
Intercessors?
Yeah. So the intercessors now are going to have to shoot this.
Oh, into the Mauler Fiend.
Yeah.
Okay. Dacker.
Dagger. Yeah. So, threes, re-rolling, because he is oathed. Okay.
Full house.
Yeah.
Can't miss the target.
And then this is sixes.
Chinks in the armour next. Two.
Just two, yeah.
And blocked both. Ah. Okay, all the fiends are surviving. Mike's still got firepower available.
Yep, so the correct grenade.
Ah.
Yeah, 3 hits.
5.
And I need that for the wound. Nope.
No.
This is not going well.
Okay, moving on.
Right, so...
Dreadnoughts would rather have fired at other targets.
Yes, I'd lined them up to shoot the... to be in range.
Terminators.
As well.
Right. With blast, of course. Okay.
So, I think...
Imperial Fists have the firepower. Thousand Sons will need to be ruthless with their shooting, with their psychic abilities. There are opportunities for us to kick out some nasty damage in the psychic phase of some of the abilities, especially coming from the use of carbon points, stratagems, and so on. So we will need to be brutal in that regard. Yeah, because the Imperial Fists are using their firepower might here to try and eradicate units. So they're struggling. They're just not on schedule here at the moment. There's 2 Mauler Fiends still active.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the macro into the Terminators.
Oh.
Everything else is in range of this.
Load of Dakar into him, and you've got a second Dreadnought to back you up.
Just so if it doesn't go too well, then I'm just fishing for 6s with the Gatling cannon.
Yeah, that could chip a few off. Yeah, no problem.
Because it's devastating. Yeah. So okay.
All right, split fire. Here it comes.
Split fire. Yeah.
And this is the Comiskey Yellow Dreadnought.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, don't do that because you're something strange will happen. He's stacking up the Comiskey dice here. It's a double stack Comiskey dice on an Imperial unit. I don't think we've seen this done before.
So I'll go the twin frag storm grenade launcher first.
Okay.
Maybe not. Hang on. It's only 18 inches. That's
out of range. Okay.
Out
of range over there as well.
So I'm not going to start with one. Onslaught Gatling cannon. 3.
Range that range 24.
24.
Oh great. Okay.
3, 6, 7, 8. 3s.
Rerollable.
Chris.
Yeah, it's really weird. 1s and 2s, and then 4 6s, and then the reroll coming through. Okay, good recovery.
I need these, Chris, for the wounds.
Here it comes. I just sense that something weird could happen. 1. Okay, well that's kind of just average. So we're okay, all quite sensible so far. 4 wounds left on that Mauler Fiend.
So the Egress rocket pod, D3 shots. So
and who's it that's being shot? Because there's a Phoenix Sword on the Mauler Fiend.
It is Longbow.
Yes. Right, okay.
1 hit so far. 2 hits.
2 hits. And we lost the longbow tag, so I put a Nurgle tag on it. It just says Nurgle.
Yeah, so the tag's actually at home on the...
Mike stole it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strength hit, so 5s.
5s to wound.
1.
Oh, it's extreme. 1 and a 6. 1 comes through.
-1, but...
And this is just a wound.
Yeah.
-1. We'll just go for a normal roll up here. Okay, goes through. 1 damage.
2 damage.
2 damage. Yeah, I'll roll now for the reroll. So 4+, Macabre. Failed. So I'll take 2 more wounds, right? Let's drop down to 2 left. Ugh, the ritual failed. Okay, it's 2 wounds left. It's almost gone.
Yeah. And now the macro.
Yeah. So D6 +1 +2 for the target. All right. Oh, 2. All right, 5 shots. Whew, could have been 9.
Yeah, and if I CP reroll it, No.
One better. Okay.
Okay.
Saves his CP for armor contempt.
2, 4, 5. Right. So, 3s.
I'm sure most Space Marine players keep the CP for armor contempt here. So 3's for hits. It's good rolling, yeah.
What's your...
Toughness 5.
So 3's the wound.
3's to wound.
2.
Just the 2.
Go to your 4 up, and each field one's a dead turn, and that's your 4 wounds.
Yeah, 3 more models, so 4 ups. And I think we're looking at cock dice on this one.
Yeah.
Alright, and a 4 here. Blocked. Terminators, they've weathered that one. Oof. Okay, so 1 Dreadnought left. Which way does it go? Targets, all original targets are still eligible on the board. There's a Morphine that's seriously damaged. Got a couple of wounds left. There's Terminators that are unscratched at this stage, and there's also a damaged Morphine. Dangerously close to those bikers, though. Mike, I think, intends to charge into them.
Yeah.
Let Mike think about this one. 1 Dreadnought left. So, without giving too much away for the Red Scorpions, what's on the painting desk from Siege Studios is 2 Gladiator Lancers. Oh, how Mike wishes he had them right now, but we're going to have to wait. But they would be on patrol along the back lines here, and boy, would their firepower be useful in this situation. A great unit, great weapon for sniping things like Morphines. But for now, Mike's down to a Red Scorpion Dreadnought. Now, it's equipped the same. It's got the macro plasma incinerator. It's a dangerous weapon, but where to go with it is the question. Okay, he's going to rinse and repeat the Dreadnought. That's the decision. So Red Scorpion's firepower, it's going to go macro plasma incinerator into here. Everything else going into the Mauler Fiend. So you're playing the ability to give you the extra AP?
I don't know if it's really worth it with the... Because you want... Small arms isn't going to really do anything here. No. It's not going to do anything here. And then sure you get a 4+ anyway.
Anyway,
so.
Go ahead. Okay.
So I've used the Ray Cross dice on the Ray Cross Dreadnought.
Oh, another double stack here.
Because I'm annoyed at them Terminators.
Fair enough.
So the Onslaught Gatling Cannon.
Mike's gone heavy on Patreons in this game.
3s.
Must be intimidated by the Thousand Suns here. They have returned.
Re-rolling.
Those that shall be last shall be first. Oh, he's happy now.
That would have been enough.
Oh.
Right.
6s.
6s.
2 6s, it's all over.
2.
Raycross says 1. Oh. 1 wound taken, dropping down to 1 wound left. I think it's doable. It's bound to get more.
The Edris Rocket Pod, D3. For 3. Hitting on 3s. Look at all these 6s turning up now. 5s.
Yo, nothing.
That's the one I needed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
1 wound left. Keep going. What can you do?
So, D6 for the macro.
It's annoying. He's almost done it, but not quite enough. So here we go. D6 shots to the Raycross double stack die. 6. Plus 3, 9. Oh dear.
9. 3s.
3s for hits. Some have missed. Okay, 3s for wounds, right? So your best strength is strength 9.
Yep.
3 come through. 4+ invulnerable saves. Block 2. I think it's worth a command reroll. I'd rather keep a Terminator alive. Go on then. Ha! Blocked. Oh, that's a psychological message been sent to the Space Marines. God.
Should have just put it all under the...
Put it all into the Mauler Fiend. Oh boy, that Terminator unit. It was a Bane in 9th edition here, and it's shrugging off damage. It's refusing to die. It's like firing bullets into sand dunes. Anything else left?
Nope.
Nothing. Charges. If he wants to go in with the bikers against the Mauler Fiend, he's got 10 wounds left. Surely he must.
Yeah.
There's something weird about a Mauler Fiend, actually. Prophetic Hunters. You can target this unit with a heroic intervention stratagem for 0 CP, and you can do so even if you've already used that stratagem on a different unit this phase. Kind of weird. Strange roll. I think Mike's going to charge anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, here it comes. Well, I don't really need to capture this on camera, but...
6.
Okay, in they go. Just whilst Mike's lining up his attacks here, just to note, my enhancement for Athenaean Scrolls, as I remembered that later on, and added an extra cardboard point, just to bear that in mind going forward, so that there's an extra one coming through for that enhancement whilst the model is on the board. And that was given to the Exalted Sorcerer, so he's buried in the Rubik Marines unit. Every cardboard point counts. It really does. If I can get high enough with a twist of fate to strip away armor saves on a unit, utterly terrifying if I can reach that. It really could cause trouble for the fists here. But Mike's going to strike first with the bikers.
Yep, Blood Angels round.
Blood Angels round. That's what he's been saving the dice for.
So this is the chainswords first.
Okay.
3s.
Yeah.
Not great.
So we're saying you're on +1 to the wound roll.
Yeah.
So 6s becomes 5s.
Yeah.
Bit of AP minus going on.
Just the
2 at -1, right?
-1, yeah.
4 ups to block. Snake Eyes. 2 wounds taken. Dropping down to 8 wounds left. Okay, Chainswords finding their mark. Chopping off lasher tendrils.
And then the ATV's close combat weapon. 3s.
It's not coming through. Mike laughs to cover
What?
the pain here.
No way.
One wound comes through. Saved. And the chaplain.
So the chaplain.
Now he's equipped with
Honor the
payment. Yeah, so it gives him +1 to the wound roll. We've already got that.
+1 attack.
Anyway, but extra attack though.
Extra attack, extra strength.
Okay.
2, 4, 6. So this is hitting on 2s.
Okay. Oh, hit.
Yeah.
It's all good. You can
This
still
is
kill
now
me.
Strength 7. So 5s to 4s.
All right. 4s to wound. So all of a sudden, all of them. 6. 6 at minus what?
-1 if you can fill them all. That'd be easy.
Yeah, if I fail 4, I'm dead. That'd be a turn up. And in fact, I will now call upon the artist formerly known as Vij, who is a Thousand Suns player, for help. Yeah, quadruple 4, just when I needed it. Those two make it through. And there's not much I can do about those, so I'll take that damage. So I dropped to 8 there, drop me down to 4 now. That's 6 wounds in total coming through. That's really good damage coming through, actually, from those bikers. Good result. Chaplain doing particularly well. All right, 4 wounds left. But I can fight back now. All right, so, Morphine, Armor Contempt, you can do it. Oh, he's going to use it. God, okay. We'll go Carl Roden for a bit of Tyrannid Chitinous attacks here. So, Mauler Fiend. Oh, yeah, Mauler Fiend Fists, first of all. So, 6 attacks. Needing 3s. There's no, I've got 1 to 4 wounds. Is -1 to hit roll. Blast. Let's need 4s. Okay, average. 2s to wounds at strength 14. Come on, yes. AP -2 goes to AP -1. So 3 saves of 4+. 2 make it through. Okay. D6 +1. God, now how's that going to be tanked? ATV.
Yeah.
Whoa, boy, ATV's going to tank it. So, dead.
ATV.
So, squashed, mini vehicle, gobbled up by the Mauler Fiend. Yum, yum, yum. Then we'll go for Lasher Tendrils. Extra attacks, need 4s. And these aren't too scary. Strength 7, 3s to wound. 3 come through, AP -1, AP 0, 3 saves of 3+, damage 1. And just the 1 comes through. Alright. It's an ATV sacrificed. It does its job though, it absorbs a nice lot of damage. It does it with shooting when you shoot at the target, and also now in close combat. It sacrificed itself here, protecting the bikers and ultimately protecting the chaplain. Okay, it's a bit of an even exchange between those two units over on that flank. Part of Mike's intention was to tie up the Maul of Fiend, stop it from swinging around, and so on. So bikers partially performing a blocking action. That's all the combats that have taken place here. I wouldn't say turn 1's been quiet, but contact's yet to be fully made between the armies for sure, as both sides boldly push forwards towards each other. We'll calculate points here at the end of turn 1 for the Space Marines. Alright, so end of turn here, no points coming in. Cleanse has been kept, capture enemy outpost has been dumped here by Mike, and he can draw a fresh card next turn. 1000 Suns can draw 2 fresh cards as we go on to the second turn for them. We'll roll on to turn 2. I think things are going to kick off here. Turn 2 is going to be a big one. We've got our turn to do. We're poised to strike for sure. We'll see how effective we can be. Then Mike's turn 2 will be the counter punch, and then the ability to bring in some tasty reserves. So I think turn 2 is going to be a big one. We'll go on to the second turn of the game for the 1000 Suns next. Alright, so turn 2 here for the 1000 Suns. Cards drawn, area denial, so trying to keep the centre of the ball clear, and secure no man's land, which is really helpful for us, just going after no man's land objectives, which are crowding on 3 of them here. 15 points picked up for primaries as well. It really does pay off when you're able to flood the middle of the board. As to how long we can maintain that, we'll have to see. Maul of Fiends moved around here, kept in range of the objective, supported by the spawn unit. Making a regular move of these and funneling sort of in this kind of angle so we can see through the gap over against the Redemptor Dreadnought. The Red Scorpions one, spreading these out here, trying to protect the back door. Terminators, there's a number of options of those. You could have removed them from play at the start of the command phase or end of the command phase and then brought them immediately back on in the movement phase, but we decided to keep them on the board, shift them across 5 inches. Again, a corridor through this gap under here and against the Dreadnought, and then potentially an opportunity to charge through against the Space Marines. In reaction to that, Mike paid a CP for...
No, it was the Captain's.
0 CP ability.
No, I have to pay a CP for it. Adaptive strategy.
Adaptive strategy. Pulling back at...
So it's D6 and I rolled a 5, so I've pulled 5.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, so the aggressors, Captain Dartreface. Oh yes, Kingslayer. Yeah, don't get him killed. So they pulled back strategically, getting away from the potential charge coming from the Terminators. Hanging around here, I picked up extra cardboard points from this Zangor squad and the one across the other side. An extra 2 of those coming through. I have a total now of 11 cardboard points here, so I've reached that threshold for denying armor saves here. We reckon, checking the rules for this when it comes up, because I think I'm going to use it. It's armor saving throws, but not invulns. We reckon you do get invuln saves.
Yeah, well...
Just checking online to see what other people have said. But
yeah, we checked online. I've googled it, and apparently you can get an invuln save or a fatal pain save as well.
Yes. Okay, so it's just regular armor saves that can be stripped away of that ability. Zangor's camping out over there. Rolled really well for an advance roll of the Demon Prince, so he's hopped on over into that corner over there. Cultists have run across in this direction to head towards that objective. The 2 units of spawn, one heading across normal move that way, one this way to join in the combat, and the Maul of Fiend is remaining close combat against the bikers. That's movement done. Hopefully, some decent firepower and psychic abilities coming as we go on to shooting phase next. Just to mention, there's a Maul of Fiend missing because Mike overwatched him and took the last wound out from the Dreadnought with the
Chris Comiskey one, yeah?
The Chris Comiskey, right, he done well for the Emperor, well done. So he picked up a devastating wound coming through with the Gatling cannon. Yeah, it's really good. Removed from play, no deadly demise. So one Maul of Fiend that was going to try and come to the rescue here against the bikes, but is removed from play. Shooting phase next. So we'll do it. We're going to play... We'll see if this works. Twist of Fate. 9 cardboard points to spend. Start the shooting phase. Select one enemy unit within 18, invisible to this Psyker. No armor saves allowed. It doesn't get an invuln save anyway, so we're going to go for the Red Scorpion's Dreadnought, and it's going to erupt from this Psyker here within range 18, so stripped away. He's got no armor saves, so we've just got to try and hit him. The difficult bit's going to be wounding him. We've got 9 wounds to try and get through, so we'll start that process. Everything that can see, which is most of this unit, is going to go into him, and we'll see what kind of result we can get. Okay, so here we go. Definitely going to use a Patreon for this one. Someone who's a friend of chaos. Longbow BB. World Eaters.
See, your Hellfire Rat can't see anything yet, but the other one can. Okay.
Alright. Not all of them can see targets. Everyone that can see will go into him. We know who's who. We'll press on here, but I'm a little bit limited. Okay, so what we'll go for is 1 Hellfire missile rack. We know this guy can see. So 2 shots and 3s. Okay. And then 5s to wound. Nothing. Okay. We'll go for the Stormbolters. So Daka here. There's lethal hits on this one. A rerolling hit rolls of 1. We've picked enemy unit of an 18. Okay. So reroll this one. So we've got our hits, all right.
Lethals.
Yeah. Thank you. Those are just going to be wounds. All right, not too bad. We'll now try and wound on 6s for more wounds. Yeah, whoa. Triples. Ouch, it's working. So 6 wounds caused. Just for a bit of Daka here.
-3.
Yeah, huge help. You would have been on 2s to block all that. So that's a massive help. All right. Okay, starting to see the value of that for sure. 3 wounds left. So we have 1 Soul Reaper cannon. 3s. You're all in 1s. It's helpful. God, it's helpful. 1 lethal again. No armor saver though. This is huge. And then 6s. And there's another one. 2 more. Down to 1 wound left, right? Interesting. Okay. We'll then go for range on Warp Smite is 18. So it's coming from him. Oh, we should be all right. I think we're okay.
Yeah.
We're just double checking here. Plenty of okay. So Warp Smite, 3 shots. Do I re-roll that one?
Yep.
Mike says yes, so I'll do it. Missed anyway. No lethals. 6s are going to kill this thing. Yeah, I got him. Because that's a devastating wound with that weapon. And it's a wound anyway. And it's damage 1, so -3, which is irrelevant anyway. And we've done it. Alright.
And there you were worried.
Yeah. Okay, it doesn't explode almost, but not enough. Dreadnought destroyed. But definitely thanks to that ability. So that is a nice bit of anti-vehicle ability. Strange. It is really weird. Stripping armor away, but it's definitely a way of going anti-vehicle by being able to strip armor saves away, especially against a vehicle that doesn't have an inbound save, doesn't have a feel no pain. So Dreadnought brought down in bizarre circumstances here, but that's the way it is when you go against the Thousand Suns. They do weird stuff. A little bit of Daka left coming from here. So we've got 1 Soul Reaper cannon going into the other Dreadnought. Rerolling 1s. Okay, it's all helpful. 6s to... You're toughest 12?
No, 10.
5s to wound. Okay. Devastating wounds. And a save of 2+. Fouled. Weird.
What's going on?
What's going on? It's the Thousand Suns are back. 4 wounds taken, dear me. Oh, that's painful. 8 wounds left. Oh boy. Okay. And then 1 little bit of Daka left, which will be 2 shots. Rerolling 1s. Okay. And this will probably be a 6. No, it's not. Okay. All right. That's their firepower complete, but it's been effective, especially with the help coming from the Psychic Ritual coming through. There's a few shots available from these against that Dreadnought. The main thing is the Soul Reaper cannon. Then 3s. All of them. Oh dear. No 6s coming through, but 2 wounds do come through. 2 saves of 2+. Yeah, you're okay. There's a couple of bolter shots from that squad, and that's it. The rest is all out of range. Here it's range 18 with the psychic ability. So we're looking at Inferno Bolt Gun as a standard 2 shots actually. So 3 hits. And a wound comes through. AP-1 ignored. So passed, no problem. Okay, firepower finished here and here. And that shooting phase actually finished. So charges coming up next. So we'll roll these up here and see how we go. Alright, so charges taking place. It's gone according to plan. As the Root Marines, or the Terminators, have gone in. There is some limitation though, some models won't get to fight. And then the Spawner's gone into that squad as well. So all going in to the front rank of Intercessors. That was deliberate. Mike put those at the front so that they would take the brunt of the hit and not his aggressor squad. And then I rolled up a nice high result with the Spawn going in against the bikes. So no CP for Mike. We're free to fight with the charges here. So we'll go on to charges. 2 important combats. We'll see if we can help out against those bikes to relieve that Mauler Fiend. Maybe do that one first. Just going to mention, we missed out one of the Phoenix Swords. Michael Fry. We put him onto the Inceptors here. They'll arrive by Deep Strike. But he's going to be a late arrival on the board here. Okay, so Chaos Spawn. They're not bad, they're a bit random. D6 plus 2 attacks each. So 2d6 plus 4 attacks with these. Sticking them into the bikes. Just to mention, Michael Fry, Phoenix Law, didn't call him out. He's on one of the Inceptor squads yet to arrive on the board. So we'll commit this to some kind of Xenosy Dave Humphreys. 2d6 against these bikes here. Oh, 10. Weird. 14. I like the sound of that. 14 attacks. Do need 4s though. Which just cuts out how disheartening. Okay, and then strength 5.
Toughness 5.
Toughness 5. 4s to wound. Ugh, just the 2. Sounded so impressive, but just 2. AP minus 1, 2 damage, so we'll barely bring a bike down here.
So 4s?
Yeah, 4 pluses to block. Just 3 wounds.
Down to 1 left.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Impact is poor with those. Okay. Not even a bike slain. We'll go with the other squad. We'll do them first. So, 2d6. Maxed out. Okay. Dear me. So we're looking at 12 plus another 4. It all sounds so impressive, but they're low impact at the moment. We're looking at 4s for hits. Look at that. Okay. And then 3s to wound. So 5 saves of 4+ on the Marines.
Uh, 4+ did you say, yeah?
Yep. So 3 damage 2. So 3 Marines brought down.
Yeah.
Okay. That's about the best we're ever going to get out of those. So they really are not that amazing. They're cheap enough though, but they look more impressive than what they actually are. But Michael choose carefully.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to let more Terminators in, so he'll try and maintain the perimeter here. I'll just go in so you can see what's going on. It's a royal mess. This fight for the Space Marine statue. Good theme here, this golden statue. Thousand Sons think it belongs to them because big and gold. We'll do, so that's them done. We'll go on to the Terminators next. So we have 5 that are out and they can't get in. We've tucked 1 in. 5 can fight, and then the Terminator Sorcerer. So we're fighting at half effect here. I still think that we could do well enough. And we'll commit this to Nate Miller for this one. I think it says, yeah, he's a Thousand Sons player, actually. Yeah. Okay, so 15 attacks for the Proserpine Capiche. The Nate Miller dice. We're looking at, we don't get reroll 1s because it's against a different target, but we're looking at 3s and 6s are lethals. So 4 lethals come through. Take away those. The Capiche comes through at strength 5 for 3s to wound. Yeah, this is quite nasty. It's very nasty. 9 saves at AP minus 2. So 9 saves at 5+. I think they'll roll onto the Apothecary, no problem.
What's damage? 2?
Damage 2.
Minus 2 damage 2.
Yeah.
5s?
Yeah, 5+. Oh, this is quite deadly. 7 total.
Which kills the unit.
Kills the unit.
Yep.
Okay, and then it's down to the Terminator the Sorcerer in Terminator armor to try and get him. So force weapon, 5 attacks. Needing 3s. There's 1 lethal's gone through. Nearly all of them have missed. 3s to wound on this one. Yeah, so this one is an armor save of 4+. It's just AP -1. And that one's blocked. Okay, not much I can do. And then the damage is D3. And it's just a wound. Caused. It's a wound taken on the apothecary. But his brethren slain around him. He now stands alone against that Terminator assault. Around this side of the table, so you can see, I'm not going to move at all. I'm going to sit where I am. Just going to leave this void. Just heaps of bodies, if you can imagine them, just around the feet of the apothecary. Oh, it's a sight that would make James weep. But we'll leave it at that. I'm not going to pile. I'm going to hold back or consolidate. I'm not going to consolidate into them. I'm just going to sit there. Mike's going to sit there. It's just a standoff now. We know there's a heap of stuff to come, so the fight's only just begun here for the central objective. And the initiative will swing over to Mike here. He's kept a unit back, the aggressors, with their captain ready to go in to fight against those Terminators and supporting firepower coming in from the Dreadnought as well. So the fight's far from over across here. We'll now switch over and let Mike fight to see if he can bring down. I imagine he's going to try and put his attacks into the Dreadnought or into the Mauler-Fiend.
Yep.
Yeah, oh yeah, here we go. So I got a lot of soft stuff that does not doing very much. This is a temporary list, but I'm noticing a gap. If my Terminators go, I've not got much backing them up. Mauler-Fiends have been flung out onto flanks, which is what they're supposed to do. But there is this support gap here. There's not much coming through. There's like a big Magnus the Red gap across here. We'll see. Mike thinks he can do it. Bring the Mauler-Fiend down. Good fight across the other side.
Yeah.
There with the bikes. Let's see if we can
These boys.
do this. Let's get these out of the way, ready for the big pile of dice. Burning through the Patreons. You're going to go Patreonic again?
Yeah, Vagabond.
Oh, the Vagabond dice, right, okay.
Yeah, so we're hoping Salamander Love.
Here we go.
3.
Oh, that's good. Hoorah.
Now we need all them 6s again.
And 6 is going to get you what? Not devastating.
No, I just need to strength.
False saves, right. He's got some.
3.
At -1.
-1.
4 ups. Oh, block 2. 1 wound taken. All helps. Dropping down to 3 left. 3 left.
5 and 1, 6. Right. 2.
Good, good, good. Oh, this is the chaplain. This is it.
Yeah. 4s
Right.
would be 5s +1.
Because your +1 for your ability helps you out now.
Yeah.
Okay. Massive roll.
I forgot what I need.
4s.
4s.
Oh, it's enough.
2.
It would be enough.
Hang on.
Come on, reroll. Ugh. Oh, he's going to do it. Oh, that's painful. 50-50. No! Starting to feel like a league game, this one. It's just a friendly skirmish. 4+. I'll roll 1 at a time for Mike's agony. Failed. Whole facing, get a tray. And I'm going to command...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd like to hang around.
We're down to 3.
Yeah, I'll command reroll that damage. Dark. Yeah. So I drop down to 1.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I'll strike back. Now I'm going to use Lash of Tendrils first to try and strip away that remaining wound on the lone bike. So we're looking for 4s. Now I'm going to commit this to a friend. We'll go Travis and Jen. Jen first with Lash of Tendrils. Looking for 4s. Average. Looking for 3s. 1. -1. 1 4 up. No, so that bike can go. We'll then go on to Travis attacks here. Needing 4s. Oh boy. Needing 2s. All right, those 4 make it through.
No way.
It's -2. So we're looking at
4.
Yeah, well, be careful. Yeah, because the chaplain's got the 4+ invulnerable saves. You can maybe roll 2 dice, need 4s.
What's the damage of it?
Damage of D6 +1.
Oh, okay, right. So
Blocked 1. I'll see if he dies. I think we'll just do it that way. So 2 got through so far. Roll the damage on this one. 2 and 1, 3. Still alive.
Yeah.
Ah. So 1 dice to save this one. No, he'll die. And then 1 more needing no and D6 +1. Bodyguard stripped away, but chaplain lives. Oh, boy. Pretty good durability. But that's the situation. That's the fight taking place. Epic though, Mike. Absolutely epic. Well done. Good battle on that side. Okay. Dim Prince though, he's a big blue chicken. He's hiding away from stuff because he doesn't want to drop out for Kingslayer here in this game. But he's got to get involved. I'm also very wary of him, of Mike's. Right, okay, yeah. Yes, Mike's pointing to these. Meteoric Descent, potential ambush. They could turn up on a flank. That's why I'm on edge with the Dim Prince.
Fire as well, because it's above 6 inches.
Oh, no, there's different options that Mike's got for sure. Okay, combat's resolved, I think, now across the board. Not too bad for the Thousand Suns. They've done well enough. They have shredded some units here for the Space Marines. We'll give an update on the score. So points coming in, not too bad. Aerogenar, I've kept the enemy away from the middle, picked up 3 points. Secure No Man's Land, 5 points. 15 points of primaries. Puts us on 21 points in total. Not too bad here. The policy of moving out to the middle objectives has paid off here for the Thousand Suns. So victory points coming through, and also for secondaries being scored. So not too bad for them. A good enough score. Space Marines yet to pick up points. They're going to start picking up points though as we head on to their second turn. So the counterpunch now is going to be crucial for the Space Marines. Mike certainly has units that can do it, both shooting and close combat across here. And then we'll see if he brings in reserves to try and alleviate the situation here. Space Marines by no means are down and out of this fight. They'll now hatch a plan to counteract this Chaos Space Marine assault. We'll go on to the second turn of the game, coming up for the Space Marines next. Alright, so turn 2 for the Space Marines. The counterpunch has begun. Attempting target. I selected the objective across there. It's by no means safe. Mike's got units that can go after it straight away. And Cleanse still in play, I think, from a previous turn. So continuing to press ahead, Mike's got the units. He's going to push forwards here. And the Apothecary's shifted to his right to allow the aggressors through. And then they're going to be supported by what's left of the Hellblaster squad and the Dreadnought. Eradicators have turned up here. They're going to try and gun down the Mauler Fiend over on this flank. Chaplain's backed off with Tactical Doctrine, so you can pull out Shoot and Charge.
Yep.
Okay. And then using Meteoric Descent with the 2 Inceptor squads, they've landed here. I think Mike's intends to gun down my blue chickens. So that's movement done here for Space Marines. Their response is nicely spread out across the board. Thousand Suns, this is the pivotal unit. These Terminators, if they're dealt with, there's a big gaping hole created in the Thousand Suns battle line. Everything at the moment, I think, is going to revolve around this central objective and these units that find themselves fighting in the centre of the table. We'll go on to Space Marine.
We wanted to go here.
That's okay. Yeah, okay.
Because it was 2 inches to make the charge, and it was, yeah.
Okay.
And we see how I roll.
I know you could do split combat, Mike, and swing around to both.
The Dreadnought is in range.
Oh, to gun him down. All right, I've got the plan. It's also planned. Yeah. Mike has good plans, but his dice let him down sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go on to shooting phase next. Chaplain to try and pick up a devastating wound against the Mauler Fiend, just for a cheap, easy kill.
Yeah. So 3s.
2 3s. A single 6 will do it.
Yeah.
Snake eyes.
It's twin linked.
Oh, it's twin linked. Sorry, I laughed too early. Ah, no. Okay, didn't go through. Not enough to even cause a wind. All right, that's that done. Mike's going to switch from something minuscule to something that's designed to do the job here. So it's the Eradicators.
Yeah. I only want to kill it because cleanse.
Ah, okay.
So
Melter rifles. Or multi-melters, whichever one.
I'll start with the multi-melter, so it's...
Sure.
Now, it's heavy. Does that count as movement?
Yeah, this counts as movement, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you need? 4s?
4s.
Alright. Oh.
But you are a monster.
Vehicle?
Vehicle.
You're wrong hit rolls. It doesn't help. Ah! Okay.
Needing a 5?
This is painful. Yeah, 5's rerollable.
Oh.
Let's go under there. Get a tray. And the answer is...
I think it's a 4. It's a 4.
4. It was a 4 flipped over. Yeah, okay. So rerollable.
Mm-hmm.
No. Right, melter rifles next.
Mm-hmm. 3s.
Better. Ah.
See, I need them 5 now.
Yeah. This is the wound roll. This is the huge roll.
Just the 1.
It's the last chance.
I need an R.
Oh, 2 more 6s come through all of a sudden. Okay. Try and block these on. Is minus 4, I take it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to take a invuln save here. What is my invuln save? I think it's 5+.
I guess a 5+ from all thing.
Okie dokie. Oh, we blocked 2. Gah!
D6.
D6. Just 2.
Oh, I can reroll damage as well.
You can. And get a 5. That's better. Right, 7 wounds left. So the question is, what did I block? The second roll.
You mean second and third roll?
Yeah.
So that's a 6.
Oh, no, I would have got it. Oh, boy, Xenos Dice saved the day. All right, Mauler Fiend has taken a hit, though, but it's still alive. You've got the captain with his firepower. Can pick off a couple of wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. 2s.
And then strength 5. 6s.
6s.
Nope.
That's it. Okay. 1 apothecary, 1 shot into the Mauler Fiend, just trying to pick him off.
Yeah. It's... I
Got him.
Minus
Good shot.
-1, yeah.
What revenge that would be if it goes through. That does. Oh, come on, reroll for pride. This can't be allowed to happen. Ah, it's gone through. Good shot. Does it blow up? No. Well done.
What?
Yeah, exactly. That's amazing. Yeah, so Eradicators, no, they struggled. Apothecary with a pistol, dead.
Take that.
Fatal. Head wound. Take it off. Oh dear. Strange way to go, but the way... That is revenge, though, for the Emperor, though. Very, very good. And he would, of course he would, take off his helmet and then blow the smoke from the pistol and put it back into the holster. Oh, yes. Press on, brethren. The battle's not over yet. Good work from the Apothecary. He doesn't just have bandages with him, you know.
No.
He shoots and fights. Right, so Lucas dice are being used on the Hellblasters. They're going to offload a volley into the Terminators.
Yeah. 2, 4, 6.
Yeah, 6 shots in 3s.
3s, rerolling.
Yes, Oath of Moment's been placed onto them, of course.
Yeah.
And it helps straight away. All with 2 lethals.
Oh.
Inspired by the Apothecary, who guides his men.
Strength get to 3s.
3s becomes 4s because of
yes.
-1 to the wound rolls. Which
helps.
helps.
4.
4 make it through.
-3.
Invuln saves. Okay, 2 make it through. Damage 2 at a time.
-2, yeah.
I'll roll now for my carbon points ability. and it helps. So 2 wounds taken in total on one model. So we'll go for just this one here at the back.
Hazardous?
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah. Does he shoot? He does.
Yeah. Shooting the same target.
Offload 2.
Rerolling.
Huh. Nice. Forced wind. Ow! Yeah. Oh, we did get him. Guys, I'm right backwards and forwards here. I think Mike has the advantage because he has the initiative. It's his chance to strike. And so that's where the advantage is here against this Rubik Marine or these occult Terminators. Okay, this is firepower coming from the aggressors.
Yeah, so...
Going to the Terminators, Mike wants to use weight of dice to try and strip these down. So we're looking at...
3s.
3s. All re-rollable. Mike's AP -1, I'll take cover, so it's just a case of trying to make me foul a lot of 2-up saves.
Oh, that'll be why. The Storm of Fire was remember the free battle tactic was when he was off the captain.
Ignore cover.
Ignores cover.
Oh, that's so helpful. Yeah. Yep.
And then
5s.
Toughness 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Just 5.
5 at 3+. A wound sneaks in. It's going to be a tedious process for sure. We'll go down here.
And then 66. 10, 14, 20.
Okay.
Is it blast?
I was wondering that. I don't think so.
It is.
Huh. Add another 2.
Why 2? It's per model.
Yeah. So 2 times 6 over 12.
12.
12. Yeah, 11 models plus 2 per model. That's a lot of dice.
And it's all rerollable.
Okay. Yeah, looking good. Actually, all of them have hit. Just a couple have not.
2 missed.
Yeah, really finding their mark here. 5 strained. Alright, so 3 ups again on there's 9.
8.
8. And it snuck for enough to kill that model that was already on a wound. So model slain. Dreadnought, everything it has is going into that Terminator unit. I'll just go over here so you can see the firefight taking place. Mike's just rolled up his number of attacks coming through. Re-rolling, nice. So 3.
Is it heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he hasn't moved.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does have heavy. Okay, so that's another hit. And
no, it's not.
It's not. No.
Right. So 3s.
4s.
4s.
It's kept 1 away. 3 make it through. Invulnerable saves to keep whole models alive. Block 2. Whoa. There's another model removed. I've lost 3 now in total.
Fragstorm, D6. 5 blast. So,
Yeah, Mike will work his way through the rest of the Dreadnought firepower. Alright, so Mike pressed on. Firepower coming through. Another Terminator slain. 2 devastating wounds proved very useful. The Gatling cannon and another failed save. So 1 more brought down. So 4 slain in total. Now Mike's going for the Inceptors who arrived. Going after the chickens. Okay.
9 shots, hitting on 3s. No sixes. Not good. Strength 5.
3s to wound.
Oh, that's bad.
3.
It means 2 now.
6s. 1 blocked. 2 dead. So I'll just go here.
Next ones.
Yeah, it's rinse and repeat. No, 6s. That's not usual. 3s to wound. Ugh, 2. 6s to block with the invuln. No. It's 2 more slain, but they got off lightly. You're right, tricky one. Combat taking place across here. So this charge goes ahead. Aggressors with Captain Dartrophes going in, throwing him in. Kingslayer games, a bit risky, but much must be risked in war. And the chaplain is allowed to charge. He's gone into the spawn. So I can't interrupt play. Mike's free to fight with his charges. So he can pick any combat he wants to.
I'll start with the chaplain first.
Yeah, you can fight at leisure.
2, 4, 6. Right.
6.
Hitting on
2s. All of them.
All hit.
3s to wound.
3s to wound, yes, because I'm no longer leading a unit, so strength 6.
3. I'll just let you know here, the Morphine, the spawn is a 5+ invulnerable save. Blocked 1. It's enough to slay 1. 2 wounds at a time, a 4-win model.
Yep.
So just the one that's furthest away from you, that's fine. So he goes.
Yep.
Don't know if he comes back. No. The models can regain wounds, but I can't restore models to play. So he's gone, don't worry. And then we'll go for the aggressors.
Yeah.
Okay, so they charged, well, you can see where they charged, just multiple units. I think Mike's tapped into the spawn as well.
Yeah, I'll do the apothecary, get him out of the way.
He charged?
Yeah, he charged then.
Oh. Yeah, apothecary. Yeah, he was free to shoot and charge.
3s.
He is brave.
He is. Strength 4, so...
5s.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Still trying to tuck his pistol into his holster. If I have 1 wee second just to think about this one.
Yes, take your time. So Mike's played a stratagem to give him Lance ability, +1 to the wound roll. That cancel out my -1 to the wound roll. So we're back to 3s to wound, which I think is very useful enough. Now, someone in the comment section said you must remember something about these, which is
They're
twin linked. Yeah. We do read the comments and weep at times. And he's going to run out of options here. Maxfield Knuckles, dead. Yes.
3s, rerolling.
Okay.
Which is...
Rerolling as well because of Oath of Moment.
Or, sorry, Oath of Moment. Oath of Moment.
Okay.
And then...
Twin linked is going to be so helpful. 3s to wound. 2s have been so useful. But the reroll is going to help. It's a good roll anyway. A good roll's just got perfect. Trouble.
15.
15. Damage 2.
Yes, please.
Minus
2.
-2 is perfect. 4 ups. Need help. Jordan Russell, turn to the Elder. They rarely help anyone outside of the... You're all right. You done well. It's a dead rubric, a dead Terminator, dead, and dead. 4 slain. That's devastating, and 2 wounds. Another. That's caused havoc amongst the ranks. Good fighting. Really good fighting. There was actually 1 or 2 wounds. There's actually 5 slain from that attack. There's Dartrophes leading the assault. Aggressors rolled high enough to get upstairs. We've got 1 Terminator left. This is a really good result here, smashing their way through the middle. So we've now got Captain Dartrophes himself, who can take on the Master and the Apprentice here. It's the Exalted Sorcerer and the Terminator Sorcerer as well.
Yep, so fat Power Fist.
What I mean is the squad leader here and also the Thousand Sun Sorcerer in Terminator armor. Captain Darkface, this is his chance.
So 5 Power Fists. On 2s.
All of them.
Yeah.
2 to him comes 3s.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. 4. Minus.
-2, flat 2.
Invuln save is the same, so just going to roll up. 4 ups across the board. Oh, we block, block, block. So 2 wounds is going to come through, which is enough to put the last Terminator with a wound remaining. It's almost destroying it. Anything else, Mike? Extra attacks with the sword or anything? Yes, do
Relic
it.
Blade.
Relic Blade.
2.
2 hits. Strength.
5.
4s. Sits at 4s.
3s.
Back to 4s.
Is your what's your toughness?
5.
So is it what's the the -1 is your
No, it doesn't.
no?
It's only if the strength of your attack is higher than my toughness, which it's not. So you'll get your +1, which means 3s.
3s.
Oh, he's got it, and that was important to come through. One at a time. Terminator lives and dies. All is dust. Got him. Cleared me off the objectives. I wouldn't hold it anymore because the models have been taken away. Very good result. Terminator's gone. 430-point unit. Ooh. I think you finished.
You have nothing left. You get the attack back here with the spawn.
So 1 spawn. I'll commit all spawn attacks to Michael Jamin. 3 attacks, +2. 4s to hit the chaplain. This will be humiliating if we get him. Ooh, to make it through. Don't foul these. -1, I think.
Well, put me in the 4 bin anyway.
Snake eyes. Please, no. 4 damage. Uh-oh. I think he lives.
5 wounds, yeah.
5 wounds, he lives. Oh, he's been savaged here by a chaos spawn, but he lives. Living life on a knife edge here. All right.
I can't wait to read the comments.
Dear me. All right, barely alive. Barely alive. Chaos spawn have burst both of his tyres on the bike, but the chaplain's barely alive. We'll do a mic. We'll split fire. So we'll do 1 into the aggressors and 1 to try and bring down the apothecary. So D6 +2 against the apothecary. 8 attacks. Sounds impressive, but we'll see what happens. 4s. Ooh, that's not bad. 3s. 4 saves of 4+. Otherwise he goes. Probably enough to bring him down. Oh, just the 1 makes it through. I think he's dead.
Yeah, he's alright.
He's alright. Okay, 2 wounds taken. God, he's not meant to survive that. Then D6 +2 against the aggressors. 4s. Nice. I think his 5s to wound you. Toughness 6.
Yeah.
2. 2 4-ups.
That's 1 fail.
2 wounds taken. Alright, that'll be absorbed. Strike now with the Terminator Sorcerer. 5 attacks with the Force Weapon, needing 3s. Need 4s at strength 6. Triple 3. That's a no. There's nothing I'm going to get there to help me out. No. Nothing. Failed. And no further damage coming through. Mike's won that combat so really well. Captain Dark Trophies, heroic stuff from him. Smashing their way through the centre. Good work here for the Red Scorpions. And that's it for combats. But Imperial Fists have done better, for sure. 430-point units been brought down, and that rips out a chunk right from the centre of the battlefield here for the Thousand Suns. The floodgates are potentially open here. Now it's all pretty much soft stuff that we have now in the centre of the table. So, despite the success, points are lower because of the flood across the board in the early stages of the game from the Thousand Suns. Mike picked up 5 points holding the home objective, 3 points for cleanse, dumping the other cards. So 8 points to 21. Thousand Suns are ahead. We're going on to turn 3 for them next. And despite the loss here, they're still strong. and holding on 3 objectives. They're going to rake in another 15. So it may be a case of the 1,000 Suns here just to cling on for as long as they can. They've still got units at their disposal, but this game's far from over at this stage. We're going to 1,000 Suns turn 3, middle stage of the game. 1,000 Suns certainly are still in the fight. To bring it down, Overwhelming Force is the 2 cards in play. Mauler Fiend, I thought if I move, I got Overwatched, but I couldn't resist, so I've moved him up. Mike's Overwatched, calls 2 wounds. Rolled 2 3s for my saves. The shots have got in. The command rerolled in desperation and passed one of them, rolled a 6. So one's made it through. But they're all in 9, which means they're all in the special Melter roll range.
Yeah, so Melter 2.
Melter 2. So it's D6 plus 2.
Yeah.
You need a 5 plus. Rerollable. I think you'll get it. I really do sense you will. All the best. No. Rerollable. You'll get it this time. I know. Oh, man. There's another Mauler Fiend on a couple of wounds left. Oh, dear. There you go. They're a nightmare, aren't they? Okay. We're pressing on with movement. There's a few things we're getting on with here to add, and then we'll go on to shooting phase. So pressing on with movement. Holding. Advanced and head across in this direction. We're going to take the risk and hold position here with the lone Terminator and Sorcerer. The Spawn are going to stay in close combat against their targets. I was tempted to move these angles out to go after these Inceptors. I'm just going to sit there and just take the damage and sit on top of that objective, flood it out. It's part of the tactics here for this 1,000 Suns force. Unit of cultists, those moved across, might try and tangle up this unit across here. Zangors have manoeuvred themselves to get as many models in range of the objective. Again, just to flood it out, just to sit this one out here on turn 3. Trying to limit just the time. It really fits in well the sort of the theme of, because I used to run these as Cult of Time, so it's kind of just absorb the opponent's time where they run out of options for picking up points. Sort of the theme, I think, for the 1,000 Suns. Just get the chickens to sit on their nest and hatch the egg of victory. So that's sort of the bizarre plan. And then across here, Demon Prince has moved up. You can just see his stinging tail ready to pounce on the Inceptors. He'll go after them. Mauler Fiend we've seen make the move. So movement's done. We're going to shooting phase next. So we're going to use a ritual, a carbal here at the start of shooting phase. Going to go from here. These are all lined up to shoot through here, but I'm going to use, I have 8 points, not enough to go for stripping armor, so I'll instead turn to Doombolt. So it's a single dice. It's going to erupt from here and go after the other Dreadnought. 1,000 Suns got their own unique way of dealing with armor. If I roll a 1, I'll cause D3 mortal wounds. On a 2 to 5, it'll be D3 plus 3. If I roll a 6, it'll be D3 plus 6. 5. Nice. So it's D3 plus 3. Dice maxed. 6 mortal wounds on that Dreadnought. Doombolt hit comes crashing through and knocks it down to 2 wounds left. That really could tip that in our favour. We'll now shoot through this gap here at this target. Mike's then playing Armor of Contempt. He'd like that Dreadnought to stay alive. We'll go for the Exalted Sorcerer of his firepower first of all. So Astral Blast, D6 attacks for 1 attack. Duh. Looking for 2s. Duh. Honestly. No. That's it. Nothing I can do. Just looking here, Risen Rubico, I haven't lost any models. And that's it, so that's him done. So we'll shift over to the Rubik Marines. We've got a little apprentice across here with Warp Smite. 2 attacks, fixed at 2. Need 3s. What's going on? Missed. Failed. So I was hoping those psychic attacks would do the job, but they really have failed. Doombolts thankfully went through. When I go for the Soul Reaper Cannon, okay, 6s will be good. We do get 1. We get a wound, and that's about it. So the 2-up save.
Yeah.
Fine. 1 wound taken. Dropping down to
1.
1 wound left. A lot of those regular bolters can't see. 3 of them can. So we're looking at 3s. We're looking at 6s. Nothing. No. And I'm running out of shooting options. I've got a Dreadnought with a wound left. I don't think there's much I can do about it anywhere. Okay, we'll press on. There's a little bit of firepower left. Shooting phase is finished. The only other firepower was the dim prints across there, fired across and caused 2 wounds on the Inceptors. We're on to charges next. Charges taking place. Morphine made it in quite comfortably. In desperation, cultists have gone up here on the platform, and then the dim prints has gone in against the other unit of Inceptors. So we'll resolve these combats here. So we'll turn to the Maul of Fame across here. Mike's going to go for Armor of Contempt, which he can use. He's able to use it on a different phase. So we'll go for the Maul of Fame Fists. And in the bizarre twist, we'll commit this one to Valhalla Field Marshal Robert. We'll use the Imperial dice against the Space Marines here. Looking for 4s. No, we've been stopped there by him. He's not going to bless these dice. 2 wounds do come through though. -2 becomes -1. So now it saves here of 4+. Bodyguard's going to hold here. They make it through. D6 +1. Slain. 2 and 1. 3.
Yeah.
Enough to kill 2. So keep the bold-headed men.
Yeah.
They have multi-melters. But 2 can go. Okay. Then we'll go Lasher Tendrils. Need 4s. I would need 3s, but I've taken the damage. And a wound comes through. -1, -0, saved and blocked. Tank Shock. I should use that with Morphines. I don't have the CP, but that's something to really bear in mind, because I would get a dice, 1 dice per bit of strength, right?
Yeah. So I think it's something like this.
14. Strength 14. Plus another 2, isn't it? I think. Yeah, cool, that would have been good. Cool, that would have been good. That's the way to use Morphines. Note to self.
We always talk about it.
After.
And we always forget about it.
That's the point of these games, is to get the cogs turning here as we practice battles before the league and so on. But Tank Shock is huge, I think, for all the things. We'll turn to the Mike's writing Tank Shock on the whiteboard. Okay. We'll soon fill that board up with things to remember. Okay, so we'll go for attacks across here now with the Demon Prince. 6 attacks. Yeah. Looking for 2s, and they've all hit. Looking for... Yep. He is strength 9, so 3s to wound.
Did you give him an upgrade?
Enhancement, yeah, it gives him +1 strength, +1 damage. So 3s to wound. That's the best I got. 4. 4 at -2. 4 damage a time. He's struck out on this flank here. He's got them. Oh, he's devoured them. Okay, he's claimed his first unit. He's a strange one, for sure. Okay, and then the cultists fighting across it. Okay, cultists fighting on top. Needing 4s. Needing 6s. A wound. Could be enough. This is humiliating if it's a 1 or 2. Oh, brought him down. I can imagine them with their clambering hands grabbing hold of the Marine and then just smothering him on top of the platform. Oh, dear me. Right. Come on. Okay, so the 2 that are left can fight. No, careful. Mike needs to pick a combat here. There's a few where he can choose which one he wants to go for. Does he go with the chaplain first to try and cleanse away the last model with the spawn, or does he fight first with the aggressors? Chaplain it is. Has to go with him. Kill the spawn.
Yeah. Chaplain has 5 attacks +1 more.
Okay.
2s. And then 3s.
Yeah. 4 of them should do it. Invite saver 5+. Oh, you're in, dead, gone. Oh, good clean kill. Well done to that chaplain. Valhalla Field Marshal Robert in command of him. Excellent work here in this game.
I got you, mate. I got you.
He's done well. We'll now fight with the... Surely the spawn. We'll go with those. And we'll stick all the attacks into the aggressors. We'll try and take this opportunity. Oh, it's 10 +4. They kick out a lot of attacks. Games Workshop, though, they've taken away some of the ability. They used to get extra options with these, but they've stripped them
Yes.
right down. They're not as good. So looking for 4s. Immediately, it's just rubbish. Look at that. Take all that away. Just a flurry of claws and blades, but ugh, God dear me. It's just like
Was that nothing?
nothing, just blob monsters. Okay, very poor indeed. We deserve to be gunned down now or cut down. So, Aggressor Squad.
Yep.
Okay, chance to really clear away the Thousand Suns units that are resisting here in the middle. All right, Mike's going to split across here. It's definitely worth doing. 3 aggressors into each target, and Captain Darktrophies will try and bring down the Terminator. There's a chance for Mike to break through the middle.
So into the spawn.
Spawn first of all.
3s. Threes.
Pretty horrible.
It's just this way. 2.
Bit better, 2. Try and block some of these. Block 1, 2 wounds taken. Okay, kept those models alive. And then 3 lots of aggressors going into the Terminator Sorcerer.
Yeah. This is rerollable.
Because of Oath.
Yeah.
Yeah, still on that model. It's helped.
Oh, back to 4s.
No, I don't know, because whilst this model is leading a unit, which I'm now not. Oh no, that's for lethals. No, it's
Is it just for the Terminators?
I think it is Implacable Guard. Whilst this unit contains one or more Psycho models, which it. Oh no, they're dead. Sorry. So no, back to full-on wounding.
3s.
Yeah. And it's really good.
Twin
And twin linked.
linked.
Got him.
3, 7.
7. It's all over now. Ooh, just about 4 damage.
Yep.
I'm still alive. 5 wounds left. 5 wounds. So yeah, 1 wound remains. Captain Diotrophes.
3, 4, 5 for the Porfist. 2s. All of them.
Nice.
And 3s. This one is not twin linked, so.
Got him on a snake eyes. Crashed. Well done. Oh, you got him. Okay, removed. Well done, Captain Darktrophies. Good play. Okay. Okay, so the rest of the combat's been resolved. Good result across here. I think it's the captain caused the 2 wounds. Yeah, okay, so struck down the Maul of Fiend, didn't explode and remove from play. But we're seeing something here that seems to work quite well for the Thousand Suns. There's a number of factors involved. First is the use of these Maul of Fiends being thrown out across the table. They certainly have disrupted the Imperial Fists and helped to pin them back. It's a fair bit of work to get through them. Mike has done. He has destroyed them. But it's kept his units away from this central line running across here. The other thing is the units flooding onto objectives. The Zangors just happy to sit there. OC2, 20 of them, just park themselves on that objective. Across here as well. Across here as well. This has been healthy for the Thousand Suns. Mike has broke through here, but it's like turn 3 this has happened. And the other aspect is this cheap cannon fodder stuff is just blocking off deep striking areas on the board as well. So it's like a Maul of Fiends being held up, camping out on central objectives, and then blocking off entry to the back part of the board. So it's frustrating for the Space Marines. It's disrupted their plan. And so we've seen some quite effective potential strategies here for the Thousand Suns. I'm a bit worried about the damage output though, but with twists of weird stuff, we've been able to bring down some tough targets. There's certainly potential here for sure. There's a bit of a scouting mission in this game. There's potential for the Thousand Suns, there's no doubt about that. Space Marines have had to work hard to bring their targets down. So we'll end the turn at this point. So we'll give you an update on the score. Alright, so end of turn points coming through. 15 points yet again for camping out on the objectives. Thousand Suns really reaping the benefit of that. That takes us up to nothing for secondaries. We dumped one of the cards, which was Overwhelming Force. Mike's not got units on objectives, so we're just going to leave that one and then bring it down. We'll keep that one running just with the Dreadnought and 1 win left. Might be able to pick that up that next turn. So 15 points coming through. It takes us to 41. 41 points to 8. Thousand Suns have got themselves nicely ahead here. Mike's set really to only pick up 5 points for that home objective. Again, been kept off these objectives for now. It's made all the difference in this game. We're going to turn 3 here for the Space Marines, but we sense the Thousand Suns may have done enough. Right, it's turn 3 for the Space Marines. They'll not accept defeat here. They'll press on. Cards being drawn behind enemy lines and overwhelming force. Eradicators moving through. Dreadnoughts pushed through the gap across here. Then we have Hellblasters pushing through in this direction. Apothecary, I think, remains in close combat. No, he wants to pull out. He needs to get out of the way. Yeah. Chaplain's moved round. His mission's not over yet. Aggressors and their captain breaking through onto this objective. And then we have Inceptors are pulled away out of that close combat. And that's movement done. Mike says you paid a CP to do something?
We're currently in the Devastator Doctrine.
Across the detachment,
that's why they were able to advance at the top.
Yes.
And then I paid a CP to go into Tactical Doctrine to follow the combat here. So I can shoot and shoot and declare charge.
Okay, movement done. Shooting phase next. Okay, so shooting phase finished. Wounds coming through here. That was a lot of firepower coming through from the aggressors. Stripping wounds away, just forcing lots of saves to come through. I've lost 4 Rubik Marines in total. There's a wound on another. Dreadnought firing through here as well. The Macro Plasma Incinerator firing across against the Dim Prince. No damage. I think 2 wounds were caused by Hellblasters firing against him. And that's about it for shooting. Firepower across here has brought down just one of the spawn, and then the other one that was on the objective was taken out by a split fire coming from the aggressors to finish it off. So we have been cleared off that objective. That's shooting phase done. It's gone okay. We're going to charges next. Right, real surge from the Space Marines now. Aggressors with Captain Diotrophes have smashed their way through in this direction, so charge with a command reroll to get that going ahead. Dreadnoughts smashed its way through in this direction as well. So now the Space Marines surge through, cleansing the forecourt here where the Space Marine statue is situated. So very thematic, just purging filth at this stage. And then multiple small unit charges. Chaplain's gone in again. He relishes the fight, there's no doubt about it. And then Hellblaster's going into close combat. Mike's going to try and overwhelm the Chaos Spawn in that corridor. But this is good here for the Space Marines. We're going to combat resolution next. Right, we're on combat resolution. Dreadnought's just fighting here.
Just a 3.
Mike wants to crush these, smash them. 1 win. I'm going to block this. No, we don't block it.
You have a 4 up in one, you know what, yeah?
Oh yeah, roll a 3. And we will command reroll just to frustrate. No, we'll leave it. We're dying. So we're losing. Okay. Yeah, charges across this is really good. We've mentioned across there the other charges with the Chaplain and Hellblasters. Mike's going to go now with the aggressors, I think, next.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Captain Darkface can go one-on-one with this character. He's a character slayer. Good for him. Good for him. Good Kingslayer. Battle this one. Captain Darkface looks like he's going to survive. Just to give you a little update what's going on with Kingslayer. Worked our way through some great games so far. You can check them out on the channel. Kingslayer games. Captain Parmenion of the Imperial Fist still remains alive. Typhon, this is a spoiler by the way if you haven't seen the games, so do tune out for just a moment. Typhon, the Hive Tyrant, slain for Leviathan Tyranids. Lazarus was brought down for the Blood Angels. Belisarius Cordy was smashed to pieces by orcs within minutes. Gut Ripper lives with his new plan that he has to protect himself. Works so far. Commander Ghosttide was hacked down. The Avatar for the Eldar was slain in our recent game. The Demon Prince for the Thousand Suns is still alive. I just had to blob that out with blue tack because I put the skull on. Don't know why. And then Captain Darkrophes here for the Red Scorpions currently remains alive. We've got a nice lot of entries here for Kingslayer. Most of these characters have been slain. Abaddon's yet to be added to the list. Abaddon will be glad to see characters being butchered already. And then the League. If you haven't seen it already, we're off to the start early with the League. So Blood Angels versus Tyranids. I won't tell you the result of that, but that is live on the channel. We're seeking to start the League super early this year to work our way through We'd love to work our way through all the factions to give everyone an equal chance. The more factions, the merrier. To take the crown away from Abaddon. Anyway.
So 4 into the rubrics and 2 into the...
cultists.
Yeah.
Okay.
3s. Re-rolling because you have been oathed.
There's trouble here.
And then this is...
You could be strength 8. 2's to wound. Rerollable.
Yeah.
We're in big trouble. All of them. God, it's about 10, if not more. 11. We'll take the 4+ invulnerable, which we have blocked a lot. Whoa. Just 3. We lived. Bodyguard holding. 2 bodyguard models left.
So the other 2 into the holder.
Mike's missing here like crazy. Just the 2. One twin linked.
Yeah.
Still got him. Cultists, they have no invuln. They do. No, 2 5s. Not blocked, don't worry. So slain. Okay. Alright. Captain Dark Trophies to try and bring down the bodyguard.
5 Forfists on 2s. Not 20.
No, for the moment, all of them. Cool, what a captain he is.
And then 2s.
2's to wound. 2 have failed. Boy. 3 4-ups. Blocked 1. Blocked 2. 1 goes through.
2 damage.
It's 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage. Oh. There's nothing I can do, but it's an awful shame. Do you know what the shame is? Resurrect a model. I was going to stick one right there. Reclaim the objective. Ah, just that one kill from him, though. Stopped that. Now for the blade. Oh, man. That was my sneaky move. That's 5 victory points we could have got.
2 hits.
2 hits with the sword.
Yeah.
A wound with the sword. He wants to strip the bodyguard away. He can on a 1, 2, or 3. It's whole facing 5+, I think. So yeah, it's whole facing. It's a 5, but Mike's annoyed. But get a tray. Okay. We live. What can you do? Dreadnought. It's not over yet.
Dreadnought's fought.
Was he? Oh yes. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. Charging units. You can keep going. I can't interrupt here. Chaplain. Again, what a hero here. It's real Space Marine heroes in this game. 2s. Oh, he's got to be 3s now, hasn't he? Yeah, 3s to wound.
What's your toughness 5?
Oh, toughness 5, definitely
Yeah,
3s. All of them again. God, he's good.
5 -1, 2 damage.
Oh, take them off. He smashed them down. Who is that chaplain? It's Falcon Field Marshal Robert. God, purge, filth, die, chaos. There's a 1 wound left. There's 2 flat tires. Still going. Oh dear. Right. Okay. Space Marines are finished.
These dudes then can.
Oh right. Activate and head on towards an objective. Oh, right. Okay. I think you can do that. That's no problem. All right. We'll fight back what we have left. All attacks into that dreadnought. Now come on. Exalted Sorcerer. 5 attacks. We've got this. All hit. That's the Terminator doing lethals. These are psychic attacks. I get a single 6s all over for that dreadnought. Come on. No way. But there's a load of saves. AP -1. 3 saves at AP -1. Surely it's all over for the dreadnought. He's rolling one at a time. Oh, it is dead.
Yep.
Dead twice. Does he blow up? That's good, apparently. All right, mortal wounds then. Oh, to kill my bodyguard squad. No, go on then. No, he's rolled a 1.
Thought that was for me.
No, he's trying to roll one for himself. Oh, dear. And that's enough to slay him. Oh, please, no. All right. That's one of the All-Tugs. I think it's Casper Kemp brought down.
Casper Kemp.
Okay. And that's it. Everyone else is away. Okay, no one else is in range. Okay, and then I had declared all the attacks into the Dreadnoughts. That's that combat finished. Dead over there. That's it. There's no more combats to resolve. All right, so points coming through here at the end of the turn. This is why these moved. Didn't realise behind enemy lines. That's been picked up. 3 points, and 3 points for overwhelming force.
Yep.
Across here. Just the 5 points of primaries has been the problem. That's taken the Space Marines to a total of 19 points here at the end of turn 3. Thousand Suns then picked up, because I destroyed that Dreadnought, they then picked up Bring It Down for another 4 points in total. So 45 points to 19. Now we reckon the game's over. The Space Marines, despite their success across here, it's come as too little too late. This camping out on objectives policy from the Thousand Suns has worked. Space Marines have cleared some areas, a good half of the board, more than half of the board, but it's too late here, and we've just reaped the benefits here of camping out on objectives. That 15, 15, then we're going to get another 10. Then on the last turn of the game, probably another 5 or 10 points coming through. It's too much for the Space Marines to try and catch up with here. They're camped out on 2 objectives, but that's as good as it's going to get for them. So we reckon that the battle is over. The gap between the two sides is too great. So interesting, Thousand Suns, that the soft stuff is soft, but for that camping out on objectives approach, it's raked in the points. I do like the 20 chicken strong squad of Zangors.
40 OC basically sitting on them.
40 OC just sitting there, just absorbing the damage and just camping out on the objective over on that flank. And if Mike was to divert attention to them, it'd be a lot of DACA, a lot of close combat to try and eradicate them entirely. And for Kingslayer, bit of a change to the usual. Both kings are still alive here. So Demon Prince is over there. And then Captain Dartrophes, we're happy to leave him fighting away and to survive through to another game. Excellent display from him. We'll talk about units of the game next to both sides.
Corner.
Okay, so very quick decisions being made. I'll just call out silver level Patreons. Massive thank you to them for their support. It's Jason Martinez, Marcus Olsen, Ross Caldwell, and Miniature Matt. So Mike's going to give it to Captain Dartrophes and his squad. Good hard work from them. Good DACA. Good charges. Good close combat. Good chopping.
I know.
Honourable, super honourable mention and a medal for Chaplain Robert. Done really well. And then there's just superb from him. Really, really good. And then for the Thousand Suns, honourable mention to the Zangors, the big blob of them. I think they did particularly well for doing not much. And then for the Demon Prince, cunning, strange stuff going on. He went round into a corner, picked off a unit, and then survived through for the rest of the game. It's not too bad from him. I'd had to be cautious with him. Couldn't just tuck him in. For 9th edition, you could tuck him behind units and he'd survive. But not the case this time around, so I've had to be a bit more devious with him. But he has survived, so King remains alive for the Thousand Suns. There's work to do this list. There's rules to learn, but it's been enjoyable. It's a tricky one with the Thousand Suns. There's lots of layers to them. That certainly hasn't changed. And there's a complexity to them for sure. But the potential's there. And perhaps we've seen the way this army can operate on the battlefield potentially can be very effective indeed. Maul of things is a distraction. Pin the opponent back. Protect the back door with cheap fluff. And then flood the middle of the board and flood the objectives and reap the points. It's proved to be effective enough in this game. Space Marines, as hard as they are and as professional as they are, they've run out of time here against the Thousand Suns. The sands of time have been in the favour of the forces of the Thousand Suns in this battle. Keep a lookout for more battle reports here on YouTube and over on YouTube channel membership. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.